Okay, my name is Wayne Gramlich, and I am the current president of HomeBrew Robotics Club. The first question everybody's asking is, what's the deal with the fruit on the plates underneath the seats? And the answer is, it's part of the talk. You're going to have to wait until we do the talk before we find out exactly what's going on. Do not eat the food yet. Okay? So, anyhow, everybody, welcome to the September meeting of the HomeBrew Robotics Club. And as I said, my name is Wayne Gramlich. And the agenda for these meetings is we do any club-related stuff first, any general robotics-related news after that, and then we do kind of a show and tell. And the purpose for doing the show and tell first is because a lot of people bring their children to the meeting, and their children have to go to school the next day, so we let them see the show and tell. And sometimes the talks can be a little bit over the children's heads, so they can go home. Okay, and then after that, we sort of wander around and talk to one another until about 10 o'clock. And then we're kicked out of here, and some of us continue talking in the parking lot for a little while after that. So, so that's the agenda. Restrooms are back there if you haven't found them. So let me start off with club-related news, okay? So as you folks who've been here for a while know, actually one other question. How many people is this their first time here? Excellent, excellent. Let's welcome the people. Our secretary-treasurer couldn't make it tonight. He's got a bum arm. So let's see. Club-related stuff. As folks know who've been here a while, we became a, California Unincorporated Association last February. Okay, that means we have bylaws, and the bylaws say we have to have an election once a year. Okay, so in November we will be having our next election, and there's 5 officers for the club. President, that's me. Secretary-treasurer, that's Bill Benson. Sergeant of Arms, that's Ed Katz. He's not here tonight. He's up in San Francisco at the Robot Conference. And then Rose Cipriano, who's our program chair, and doesn't seem to have made it yet. And Michael Cipriano, who's our webmaster kind of person. Okay. My understanding is 2 people have basically asked me if I could find replacements for them. So Bill's perfectly willing to be secretary-treasurer, but he thinks he doesn't want to hog all the fun there, and he's opening up that position to other people. And Ed Katz is basically saying, kind of like to let somebody else have the opportunity at Sergeant of Arms. So I'm going to be looking around for people, victims, to help fill in those 2 slots. Okay, it's not a lot of work, folks. Okay. On other news, how many people were here last month? Okay, good. So those of you who were here last month saw Ralph, who's there, with his gesture-based TurtleBot. So afterwards in the parking lot, Ralph says to me, he says, you know, I think if you sent a proposal into Willow Garage, they might be willing to donate a TurtleBot to the club. I said, you're kidding, okay? So I said, well, okay, if you think that's the case, I'll send in a proposal. We sent in the proposal, and it was approved. I don't know all the details yet, because Tully's the person who just sent me an email. But apparently, we're going to get a TurtleBot? He's yet shaking his head. So it's going to be a club-based TurtleBot. And the concept is, you take it home for a month, you do something with it, you bring it back, and that's what we did. That's the proposal. So, and we know we don't have any. We haven't figured out who takes it home yet first. I need to talk it over a little bit with Tully. Is it that box over there? Yeah. Okay. So we'll probably be sending somebody home with a TurtleBot tonight, but you got to bring it back. Okay. I should ask, how many people here would be interested in putting the TurtleBot together and bringing it back next month? Just a quick show of hands. I thought you would raise your hand. So there's a pretty good chance you're going to be taking it home, Alan. Okay?
I don't have room in my car.
You don't have room in your car? No, okay.
I'll make room in my car.
You'll make room, okay. Yeah, big round of applause for Wool Garage. They've been excellent. Okay. So other stuff, okay. Cal Games is coming up. You want to talk a little bit about Cal Games?
Well,
I don't care who talks.
It's October 21st at Archbishop Mitty High School in San Jose. Actually, it's starts the Friday night before one round of matches. But the main event is Saturday. Admission is free. We have 36 teams signed up and a number of teams on wait. And this will be essentially a replay of the first FRC robotics competition that was done earlier this year.
Okay.
And we can still use volunteers if anyone's interested in coming out and throwing their bodies in the fray.
Okay.
See Osmond for that.
Osmond is our rendezvous. Stand up. So he volunteered to be the person that coordinates Cal Games for this year. We're trying, as a club, we're trying to do a little bit more community outreach. Okay, and FIRST is a great program. So that.
Yeah, it's all high school students, and it's a wonderful opportunity for anybody in this club to give back some of your knowledge about robotics, or just to work more with students and help them out. It's a great cause, and they really do need volunteers. So if you need information about what kind of positions are available, you can see me after this meeting, or I sent an email out a couple weeks ago listing some of the positions. So check that out.
How many people are going to help? I have a conflict, but we have 2 people only.
I think there was a couple people that there's a few more over there.
Oh, there's some more people over there. Excellent, excellent. So it's a lot of fun. I've only been able to go to one of the first events, but boy, you're a lot of excitement. If you've got the time on that day, which I don't, please consider going.
For the past several years, the club has been our mainstay for a lot of the judges for the judged events.
Okay, so.
And we keep offering it. The club really wants to have a presence at the table. We can probably arrange that.
Yeah, we're working towards that. It was still a work in progress. Okay, our first problem was making for sure that we still had a place to meet. And thank you to Google, we do have a place to meet. Big round of applause for Google. Any other things coming up in the next month or two? I think the Seattle event is no more. Somebody told me that. Who told me? Was it Bob?
Yes.
It's gone?
For this year.
For this year, it's gone. Okay, so nobody's going up to Seattle. Okay. Any other club-related stuff? Okay. So with that, we're now going to go to show and tell. Who has things to show? We usually Tim? You? Okay. So who wants to go first? Nobody wants to go first. Would you be willing to go first? Or let's let somebody else go first. Tim, why don't you go first? You'll go.
Okay, my name is Tim, and I'm a rebelholic. Oh, wait a minute, wrong meeting. I'm Tim Craig. Been coming to the meetings for about 5 years now, and a couple of months ago, I ran into Bob Allen at dinner on the way over, and he said he noticed I'd been coming for a long time, and I'd never shown a robot. And why was that? And because I didn't really have a place to build one that I wanted to do. So in the meantime, Tech Shop San Jose opened up their long-awaited venue, and now I have Brutus. Right now he's just a shell. There's no electronics on it yet, but we have 2 BaneBots P60 transmissions with BaneBot wheels. We have the vaunted Bob bumper system, invented by Bob Allen and perfected by me.
Yeah, well, yours is good, I have to admit.
And the top deck. And if any of you West Coast folks are wondering, that is not red, that is scarlet. and his name is Brutus. And if that doesn't give you a clue, I've got my favorite shill back there to explain it all to you.
Hey, we could do script Ohio at the end of the meeting.
That's right. I've got it on my computer if anybody wants to see.
Wayne can dot the I.
He's the senior Sousa player here. Okay, so eventually a laptop will live here. There will be probably an Arduino or two and Panda board on here. At some point, another platform will go up and there will be a Connect topping things off. And I may be using a laser with a structured light system with a camera for secondary obstacle avoidance down low, and the bumper system is a thing of last resort. He doesn't plan to run around bumping into things and then backing up. The idea is not to chip the paint. So that's pretty much it.
Cool. What?
It's from last challenge.
Go for it.
I
Go
need
for
to
it.
get a cup.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry. I'm just going to move this table over there so we can get the camera covered. Can't really see up here in the back.
Oh, we can't see this one?
Well, the camera can go over there. So if we just put this on the other side of the podium, then people can put the robots on.
Well, if we're using a PC to display it, we need a screen in line of sight that will display the PC too.
Yeah, so we'll do that mode. That's what we've done.
Is there any real advantage to doing that?
I don't know, but hey, we'll do it.
We could get some people to move.
What's the issue?
You actually get the camera to work now? That's what you're trying to do?
So I think what we're trying to do is get this over there because that camera can hit that table over there.
Yeah, so if there's a table here, we can put robots in.
Okay, so we'll do that. Sorry, Bill.
Choice.
Let's go this way. You see, I moved all the chairs to make room, so.
Sorry.
We can move those chairs. Okay. It's okay. Okay, this is Boris. And let's show what you got.
Sorry about that. It's gonna push off 2 of these cups off the
Wayne,
table.
can we get, Wayne, can we get the
And
table
play
moved
music.
that way?
Microphone or amplification?
No, you can use this, I think.
Does this work?
We need to move the table forward, though. There we go. Does that work? Got it.
Oh, so it doesn't tip. It uses 2 IR sensors. The first one looking at the ground. Actually 3. Third one's just a backup. If this one fails, and this one fails. Okay. So it shouldn't work.
Wow.
Look at it correct. Yeah!
He's not done yet. He's gonna look for more balls until he finishes.
Is that based on the club robot?
What club robot?
Is that the club robot?
I
Actually,
actually,
the 3 pi, right?
I think that's a 3 pi base. I
Yeah.
think the club pi isn't quite a 3 pi.
So what's the sensor that's looking for the cups then?
It's an IR distance sensor.
Okay.
Okay, now it's gonna play some music soon. Oh, or not. Well,
I think that's the old Sharp
Being thorough.
Yeah.
GD2 whatever.
I don't
Oh,
fall off. I hate when.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
Yay. I have a quick question. When was the first time you showed up at the club?
Last year.
Last year. Okay, so
Yeah.
Buddy.
very good. Okay. So who over here has something to show? Okay. Patrick, come on down.
This is not a demo. This is, I'm bringing up the knapsack to make a point here. Unfortunately, I think Ted has a competitor for the TurtleBot space. But this will work with either.
I'm sorry. I'm not talking.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to pull it out though.
Okay.
So the whole point is I have a day job.
Hold it.
But I have some spare time at work. So this is the top plate of a TurtleBot. And it's got everything you need to do about 3/4 of ROS on it. It has the brand new TurtleBot arm. Some of you may have seen on the Make project website. Melanie Weiss has put together a really nice tutorial. I don't know if she actually did the photos. I think it was her. Mike Ferguson provided the brain, which is his robotics. And these are Dynamixel servos. The Connect, of course, is on a pen and tilt head. So you've got everything you need on a platter to do robot vision, object detection, manipulation, grasping, and all this you can put together in about 2 hours following the tutorials, photo tutorials on the Make project site that Little Garage has put together. And the beauty of this is you can then just bolt it on top of your TurtleBot and it's a mobile computer, or you can bolt it on top of Ted's new platform, and away you go. And we'll have a demo at the next SIG.
So,
Patrick, I don't know if you know, but the club now has a club
I thought you were
TurtleBot.
going to raffle it off.
Okay. Alan has something?
Okay, so I have a couple of pieces. I'll do it in two. This is a Nook, so it's a $250 Barnes & Noble device, but it is very easy to root Android on it. So all you have to do to root Android on it is buy a 4 gig SD card, load an image, plug it in, and then you have Android running on a Nook. The next part is to make this work with the Android development kit, and there I hit a snag in that Android development is sort of an oxymoron at this point. And so sorry, I won't be killed on the way out. But the drivers are very sensitive to a lot of different things, and there are a lot of different flavors of drivers, and that one little glitch can't get me to load the program to control it. But I am making progress on getting that Android platform in ROS to work on this guy, and hopefully I can get him to work. So what's really cool about this is a commercial radio controlled vehicle called a Quadtrax, and I got it at Goodwill for around 30 bucks. And what's really neat about it is it's obvious how it's controlled. There's an H-bridge control board, so just by going along with the radio and a probe, I figured out what signals were working with what motors, and hopefully I can get this to work under ROS.
What kind of commands are you sending it out?
Right now what I'm doing is I'm setting up ROS. So you have to set up ROS core and then set up the serial port and then send it a script.
What are you actually controlling the robot with?
Robot operating system.
What is it?
Through the USB, through the Android development kit, and through the relays on the if it works.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
On off.
On button.
so you have to turn the power to the robot on to actually make it work.
How exactly do you expect?
It's a battery problem.
Pilot.
Oh, it stopped. Just in time. Okay, so that was successful, actually.
Oh, sounds surprised.
No, it didn't pull out. It actually
No, it did not pull out. Very good. And, okay. Anybody else in this section who's got some show and tell? How about over here? Okay.
Wait, real quick.
Bill?
Yep. See, look, that's how good it is.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Flying before you even show up.
Okay, so this is a Bobot chassis with a nice LiPo battery. It's got a Cortex M3 board. That's a ARM chip. Kind of their new architecture, like 9 years old, but that's new by ARM standards. And it's got a little circuit board I made that I made the PCB and then I soldered in a switcher, a DC converter. So it takes the 7.4 volts of the LiPo, 2-cell LiPo, converts it to 5 volts. I've got 3 Hagasonic sonars on the front. And I like these because they don't take up so much space. You know, they're a single unit. It's got an LCD here, and what it does is just a rover. It roves around and tries not to bump into things. What's really cool is I take these 3 sonars and I log them to this SD card, and then you can take the SD card out. It's got a fat file system on it, so you just plug it into your computer. There's the comma-separated file with the sonar information. You can load it into Excel and make these graphs, and it gives you a real good idea of what the robot found. So I hope to do more extensive logging. You know, when I get when this is eventually going to be a tabletop bot, I'm going to get some IR sensors out on stalks so I can avoid in the table. But this is really neat, you know, because that much data, this will hold 2 gigabytes, and that much data, you know, is hard to transfer over wireless or wired. But with this SD card, it's really cool. And this worked. That was the most amazing thing. I got the fat file system from open source, and I put it on the robot and it just worked. So this is what it actually does. It runs for 3 minutes and just goes around roving, collecting sonar data. And the reason why it runs for 3 minutes is because I have to close the file, because it's a file system. So it has to come to an end where I close the file. So now I'll just show it roaming around, and I'll turn it off. So the LCD shows the 3 sonar sensors in inches, so you can see. But I kind of got a cool idea about, you know, getting insight into what's going on in the bot. And that's really what I got excited about. You know, is if you can find out enough about what's going on inside, you can send it out, and when it comes back, you can find out what it found or what it did or things like that. So pretty much that's it. To be even more technical.
Collecting sonar readings, is it also getting some odometry?
No, I remember somebody in the club said odometry is sort of a waste of time because I think it was in the Roomba. There was some discussion that when the Roomba goes out or the Nido.
Yeah, but it's still telling you what the robot's doing.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea because I know this goes at a constant speed, so I can probably do it.
But just to correct any misconceptions, odometry is a good thing, but errors collect.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so if you're thinking that odometry will keep track of you exactly where you are, you're wrong. It will slowly over time drift. But it's still a good thing to have. We all would like to have good odometry on our robots if we can.
A big round applause for odometry.
Okay. And, let's have an applause.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last thing. What was the last thing?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this ARM Cortex M3, I didn't spend a dime. I downloaded Notepad++, that's my editor. I went and got the Yagarto, which stands for yet another GNU ARM tool or something like that. And I downloaded Yagarto, and and then I got the board support package from NXP. It was really a chip support package, and I compiled it all up. I didn't spend a dime on tools, and I thought that's really wonderful.
Very good. Okay. That was excellent. Okay, I don't know your next, so. Come on down. Oh, we got 2 people. So it's Gertz and
Giannis.
Giannis, okay. There you go.
Yeah, so this Sunday I decided.
You gotta point the mic right.
I decided that I want a table, but all I got is a micro mouse. So what do I do? So I thought, should I add sensors to detect the edges of the table, or? Well, I thought maybe I can get away with just odometry. Just based on the fact that it will do the job pretty quick and that errors will not accumulate. So, we'll see. Okay, let's try this side. I haven't tested it yet on this table. I just entered the size. We'll see what it will do on the other end. So, first it should be phase 1, just not to fall on the table. Okay, let's try this.
What processor?
Mega 128. Okay, phase 1 done.
Odometry is good.
Good odometry is good.
Good odometry.
Yeah.
Even better.
So your sensor's looking forward there?
I think it's the classic 3 sensors crossing one another.
Yes, the sensors are for micro mouse, but for this task I will use just one sensor that is looking to the side. So now let's try. And it should bring that thing back here, the block. Yeah.
It should push the block over that edge.
Yeah. See? So that's odometry.
Thank you very much. Okay. How am I doing? Who else has a robot to show? Tully?
I got the key thing, the robot.
Okay, go ahead.
So we saw some great stuff out of this community with Ralph and his TurtleBot, and we wanted to be able to give you guys more of a chance to play with it. So we've decided, from a proposal from Wayne, to have Willow Garage donate a TurtleBot to the HBRC and have the HBRC loan it out. We decided that would be a great thing to do. So we've done that. TurtleBot is here. And our hope is that we will then, you guys can go and just do small projects in your month, whatever time you have. And to give you some ideas of things to do, we talked about things like, trying to make it work on a Panda board instead of the laptop. On Make Projects website, Make magazine has now a project sections, and we have already a couple of projects that are posted up there. If you'd like some ideas, you can go there, such as that arm is posted there. The pan tilt connect mount on the top is also posted there. Mike Ferguson made an awesome demo button. So if you want to do a little bit of soldering, you can just put a button on there and it will start and stop applications. And think of anything else you want to do, and the hope is that you guys can do inventive stuff, and if you feel like it, you can also post up on the website your project so that others can try it out as well.
Yep.
So.
Actually, the proposal I said that was a requirement that every project is done gets posted. Okay, so in order to take the thing home, you have to post what happened back. Okay. So, and the first person that's going to be taking it home will be Alan. Okay, and we'll be figuring out what to do next time, because we have to have the next person selected so that we always have the robot going home. Okay. Who here would be interested in taking the TurtleBot home, say next month? So we've got Chuck, and who else?
Eventually.
Eventually, okay. Patrick, do you have a TurtleBot?
Yeah.
You have one already. Okay, so we already have two. How many members of the club have TurtleBots already? Holy moly! I didn't. I mean, there's too many hands. I couldn't count them all. I think it was like 8 or 9. That's superb.
Work at Ross, though.
Yeah. Well, that counts as far as I'm concerned. You know, I asked when, you know. So okay, cool. How many people who don't work at Will Garage? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Okay, cool. Very good. So I think we're done with show and tell for tonight. Okay. If anybody wants to see my platform, I'll be showing it over there. But I've shown it before. I don't want to keep repeating. Okay.
Wayne, did you mention the challenge next month?
No, I didn't. And thank you very much, Camp. So we're going to do. Here, why don't you mention?
Next month is October.
Yeah.
Actually, Saturday is October. And we're having our HBRC Challenge Phase 3. This is another opportunity to show what you've created. This meeting is going to be at the other building, the Asylum, 1900 Charleston. Okay, so everybody knows about the HBRC Challenge. Bring what you're working on, and if you're not working on something, you're not clear on the concept. Okay, so like Bill Benson always says, you get what you get out of it what you put into it. Thank you very much.
I will also mention that last Wednesday, which is the week before this meeting, we have something called the Special Interest Group, or SIG. There were close to 20 people that showed up. Okay, it was pretty cool.
SIG's awesome.
And it was at the Menlo Park Tech Shop. So it's a lot of fun.